Almighty morning and welcome in. Oops, something just moved. Okay. Hi, Tina Shelton. Hello. On time for tarot. You two haven't, well, I think Tina has been in, but this is communications and connections. And the guest today is Michelle Frost. Some of you might remember her being on in the chat on the lives previously. And because what she's, well, because of who she is, I wanted to have her on one of the first ones because she is also a singer and now songwriter, right?
Working on that part. That's the part, yes.
But you got to embrace it. So she's here
Yes.
today. We're going to talk to her for first hour and the second hour. Michelle and Charlie. I was going to
Charlie.
say your partner. What I wasn't sure.
Yes,
Fiance.
my fiance.
Are going to sing for us. So I'm looking forward to that. And yes, you can ask questions. I prefer it the second half. But if there's something she says and you need more clarification on it, please make sure you put it in on the chat. So, Michelle, could you introduce yourself, please?
So, my name is Michelle Frost, and I'm about to turn 65. I've only been in Tennessee for 5 years. I was born and raised in Rhodesia before it was Zimbabwe. If none of you are familiar, that's in Africa, right above South Africa. I was raised Mormon. I'm not Mormon at this point, but that had a lot to do with who I became and who I don't want to be, too. Um, so I have 4 adult children. I have a healing gift. I didn't discover till I was probably in my 30s. Um, and that just happened accidentally. And should I talk
If you want
about
to talk
that, Miss
about it,
Julie?
it's yours to tell, not mine. So,
Yes. Okay. So I was married early at 17. And when I grew up, when I came into adulthood, I realized I was being controlled. And I wasn't happy about that because now I'm an adult and I, you know, don't need that. I got divorced, moved out, and I became a meth addict. And that went on for a couple of years. And I ended up in jail for 100 days. And this was where my first healing experience happened. That was very interesting to me. One of the jailmates that I had was suffering from opiate detox. Now, I never did opiates, I just did meth. That's an upper, the opiates are a downer, in case you don't know. But she was really sick, dope sick. And she wasn't getting any medication or anything. I mean, there are things you can do, but in jail, not really. I really felt bad for her. I feel a lot of people's stuff, and ooh, I'm feeling emotional while I'm talking about it. Um, so I thought, okay, if I read to her, it's going to take her mind off of the things that she's feeling, the physical things that she's feeling. So I actually laid down with her and started to read to her. Within about 30 to 40 minutes, she was feeling much better. She got up, and what I noticed was, oh, she's feeling much better, but I'm now feeling dope sick, opiate dope sick. Haven't done opiates, but I'm feeling her symptoms, which I guess is pretty normal. So you have to ground to get rid of that. I didn't know about that at that time, but that was the first significant healing experience that I've had. Um, I since know I've learned a lot of things about it. And yeah, grounding, 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 putting my feet, bare feet in the grass, in the dirt, running water over my hands, things like that are very helpful. Eating grounding foods, like things that are grown in the earth, like potatoes and carrots and things like that are grounding foods. But I didn't know any of that back then. Anyway, that was a big surprise to me. So, um, what else can I tell you about that? I did do at some point a level one Reiki course. Um, I don't know how many of you are familiar with Reiki, but that is, there can be hands on and you can also do that long distance. And it's a thought process and it's a feeling process, mostly feeling. Um, and I want to just share with you all that every one of you has a gift and the capability of doing things. And it's all different. It's like, Miss Julie, when she feels your stuff. Bonnie will use the cards. Susan will use the cards, but they also do it differently. So everybody has their own way of doing things. But if you don't, it's like a muscle. If you don't use it, you lose it. You don't have it. That doesn't mean you can't learn how. But I was also thinking, hi, Victor. Um, I've also come to realize too that, I was talking to Julie about this earlier, that any one of you or your children could become the next Michael Phelps if you start that training at an early age, but you don't even know they could do that until you start working on it. So, whatever it is that you're passionate about, use that muscle and develop it. And that is amazing to all of those around you to use that gift. So, this
Well,
one's,
I also want to reiterate the thought that it's never too late to learn. I
yep,
mean, you've been going
it is never
on
too
this
late.
for over 30 years, right? On this journey.
Yes, yes. But if you don't know what it is that you have, what gift that is that you need to develop, what are you passionate about? What makes you feel good? What draws you to it? What is a magnet for you? Those are the things that are going to give you a clue as to your gift and what you need to develop. So, and it's all about you and what makes you feel good and what feeds you. So,
So, going back to being raised, and you were in
yes.
Rhodesia, yes, but then you went to Utah.
Yes, when I was 14, we immigrated. Um, that was 1974. And we went to Utah, the Mormon state. Um, yeah, so what do you want to know about that part? Because
Well,
there's a
yes,
lot.
but you you moved there, and your mother and father used to sing in the house.
Oh, yes, from when I was very little. My parents used to sing a lot. Now, my mom and dad weren't professional singers, but they sounded pretty good. Of course, on 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, they sounded really good and they did it a lot. And while they're doing the dishes or when we're in the car on our way to church, I was raised with three sisters. I've since have two more, but at that time there were three sisters, and we all sang in the car on the way to church. I learned how to sing harmonies at that time because there was harmonies being sung in the car and I could hear it. We would sing church songs, other songs, songs from the radio, and loved it. And we were doing some fundraising for the church once a month. And usually, if there was some event going on at the church, they would ask the Frost family to
Oh,
do a couple of numbers. Well, they were a cappella and we didn't have them really prepared. It's just stuff we used to sing in the car, and we did. And that was pretty cool. So, my history My mom's mom, my grandmother, was in vaudeville. Now, if some of you are too young to know what vaudeville is, that's where people like Abbott and Costello started. It was little stage, short things they would do on the stage for, 5 minutes or 10 minutes or something. And then the next person would come on. And that could have been the Three Stooges, or they'd have musical acts and they'd have magic acts and things like that. Back in the 20s, 30s, 40s, that
Yeah.
was vaudeville time.
Yeah,
Am I
right.
am
And
I
I think
right
it went
about the
in the
dates,
50s.
Julie?
Now, during the wars,
Yeah.
it quieted down. However, it's like a variety show
Mm-hmm.
on stage, on a small stage and everything.
Yes.
But
It was
they had
live.
live
Mm-hmm.
theaters and a lot of small stages in towns throughout the United States.
Yes. Yes. So my grandmother and her brother and her dad were singers, and they did vaudeville shows, and traveled and things like that. So I'm thinking part of my musical background is genetic. They were called Shenton and Chicks, and then later, I guess, as the kids grew up, they were the Shenton Trio. I have Googled them, didn't find anything, but back then, I mean, it was a long time ago. But yeah, my family is pretty musical. I don't play any instruments. My mom played the piano and organ for years and still sings at 94. She's 94 and still sings. There's random singing in our house, just like, you hear somebody say something and it reminds you of a song and you just start singing it. That
Yeah.
happens a lot. Yeah, that happens a lot. So, and she's still spunky. And so let's see, what
Well,
else can I tell you about? Oh, I sang with a band for several years. I've been in a number of different singing groups. There was one that was like six women, and we would just, when karaoke first came out, you had those background tunes that you could sing along with. And so we did shows at different events, um, parties, and Christmas parties, and we went to prisons sometimes to entertain. We didn't get paid, but we liked it, so we did it. And then I sang with a couple of different trios for a while. And then when I moved to New Mexico, I started singing with a band, and that was my favorite, I think, singing with the band. I was the lead singer, and I got to choose whatever I wanted to whatever type of music I wanted to sing, and the guys were very supportive, and that was a lot of fun. And they would just learn what I wanted to try out. I would just try out different stuff. So that was kind of fun. So we did everything from Patsy Cline to
oh
Led
wow.
Zeppelin. I mean, yeah. But we were playing in bars and restaurants and things like that. So, but that, yeah, we're pretty diverse as far as what we were playing. It was just what I wanted to sing. The the leader of the band, he used to sing some stuff too. Um, but they would, if I chose a song, they'd say, "Yeah, let's try it out," and they would learn it. So I was pretty lucky to have band members that were all about me. Who doesn't like all about me? Anyway,
um, my question is, how did your mother get to Rhodesia or Zimbabwe now?
okay, my mom was born in Victoria Falls, which is at the top of Rhodesia, and they share a border. Victoria Falls is one of the world's
Yes.
seven wonders. Yeah, in case some folks didn't know that. But so her name is June Victoria. She was born on the 1st of June, so June Victoria. My father was born I think he was born in Botswana, which is also one of those little countries around Rhodesia. So, um, I mean, I was just raised there. It wasn't like we came there for
Right.
something. That's just where I was born and raised with an English upbringing because Rhodesia was an English
Okay.
colony. So I had an English accent growing up. We had English schools, wore school uniforms, very strict upbringing, manners, manners, manners. Um, yeah. So
Um, so your grandmother, who was in vaudeville, ended up
mhm.
in Victoria Falls.
Victoria Falls at some point. I'm not sure what she was doing up there because when I was growing up, she lived in South Africa in
Oh,
Cape
okay.
Town. I actually only met her
Oh,
twice through my life. So I don't know what she was doing up there, but my dad is a Frost. That's my last name. He's a Frost, and we have some um, European, German, and English ancestry. So
it, it just seemed strange that your grandmother. Now, is this the one in vaudeville? Was that your father's mother or your mother's
maternal,
maternal? So your
maternal
mother's mother.
grandmother.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
yeah, because how in the world did somebody playing vaudeville end up in Africa? And it might have been um, a vaudeville shows there.
It,
Okay.
yes, it was because as far as I know, they did not travel outside of the
Oh,
continent.
okay.
So yeah, so there was that.
So
So
I can understand that because there was a lot of things that happen here in the United States that have been transported into Japan and different things. And I know that jazz is a huge favorite of the Czech Republic. I know that because I've visited there 7 times, 7 different summers. So I know that's big. So it might have been that they transported vaudeville over to Africa so that they could get a different way of seeing things and American nostalgia because that sells pretty well other places.
yeah, so interesting too is that Rhodesia. I don't know how they are now, but at that time they were 30 years behind the rest of the world. So, I mean, I remember our washing machine, you'd plug it in, but great soap flakes into the washing machine. No powder, just it was a big stick of soap, and you would grate that into the washing machine and then, plug it in and it would agitate. And then we had that, the, what do you call that? To
Mm-hmm.
squeeze
The
the
ringer, yep.
wringer. Yes, squeeze the water out of the clothes and then shake them out and hang them on the line. And I mean, that's the
Mm-hmm.
way it was. Um, so a lot of things like TV, we didn't have a TV till I was 7 or 8. And even then, one channel, black and white, there was no such thing as color TV. You didn't have a choice. It was one channel. And it came on around 5 o'clock and it ended at 11 with a news broadcast. And 5 o'clock, they'd have a kids' show. And then they'd have, I mean, it was,
Scheduled.
the
Very scheduled.
week was planned out. Um, Yeah, and the radio stations were pretty similar. The radio station we listened to played everything from rock and roll to classical to, symphony. And, it was just one station. So, or there was one that was in a different language, one of the native languages. There were a couple of options, but I mean, that was it. So we were exposed to, you know, different different kinds of music.
But there was more music and singing than anything else. And that's how you got your entertainment. And
Yep,
it, it's
table
and with
games.
your accent now, I wouldn't even think you were in another country. And did you write in English words like color with a U, honor you, everything with a U?
Oh yes, because English is different than
Right.
American English. And let me tell you why I don't have an accent. So when I moved here, It was ninth grade. We came October 4th, I think, was our date of entry. And I started school probably about a week after that. But ninth grade, and the ninth grade kids, I mean, you don't know who you are at ninth grade. You're still trying to figure out, what that looks like. And you're still trying to be cool. And you're still,
You just moved from the other
anyway.
side of the world.
Yes. And it's very important what people think of you at that age. You want to fit in. So I would hear kids um, like mimic me when I was talking because I had a pretty strong accent. That actually, in retrospect, was a compliment because they thought it was
Yeah.
really cool. But I thought I was being criticized and I was feeling very different and I wasn't feeling like I fit in. Now, when I get around my family, I start to talk like this again. It's sometimes because they still have accents, and this is the way I used to talk, but I don't talk that way anymore because this is me now. I'm an adult, and I've had an American accent since high school. So
Well, that,
anyway,
that's neat because it almost sounded like you were Australian at that time. I'm just saying because I
yeah, I
I
know.
listened to dialects when I went traveling in Europe,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd hear somebody speaking English. I'd listen very carefully, and um, some of the Czechs with me, what are you doing? I said, I'm listening to where they're from. You can tell where they're from by their accent. I said, yes, you should be able to, because I can't tell. I mean, I can tell different languages, but I don't think at the time I couldn't tell the difference between Czech and um, Slovak. Um, Now, if they're speaking English, I might tell their accent if they were Russian compared to a Czech because it's a little bit different. But it just
Mm-hmm.
depended. But if they're speaking English and they're an English speaker, yeah, you've got Scottish accents are different than Irish or different than English. Yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah,
and then it also depends on
yes,
the area the area in Ireland or Scotland. So yeah, Australian to the untrained ear, Swanglish. Victor, you're funny.
Swedish
Uh,
and English. For those of you who didn't understand.
yes, Swanglish. He's trying to teach me Swedish, and I could mostly say the words, but I don't remember what they mean. So yeah, we talk often, but so Australian, New
Mhm.
Zealand, South African, Rhodesian, those all can sound similar to the untrained ear. If you're
Yeah,
not from
if you're
there,
not,
they all sound
and
similar. So,
you need to be very careful when you're thinking Australian because if they're from New Zealand, they don't appreciate that. If they're Kiwi, they don't
nope,
appreciate.
nope,
Be-
that's exactly right. No
no,
offense
it's no
intended,
offense.
but
It's like you
yeah,
said, the untrained ear. And I'm not used to those. Now, if you put me in, Ireland or Scotland, I might be able to tell the difference and definitely tell if it's an English person from London
hmm
or a Cockney accent or anything like that. But yeah, so I love hearing accents. And that's why you should do some voiceovers because you would be excellent at doing voiceovers. I know
don't think I ever thought about
I
it.
know they've done they're going more AI, but I think your voice that you can do such a quick accent. I mean, when I went back to Tennessee, I went back there uh, when my class was graduating. And one of the boys there said, "Honey, where are you from? You you have no accent." I said, "Honey, I I was speaking in Tennessee." I said, "Honey, you're the one with
Uh-huh.
the accent, not me." And then I went back to speaking mine and didn't say a word because
Yeah,
that's the way it is. But yeah,
that's the way it is.
we all have accents. We know that. We just don't acknowledge them because we. But I love that.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm sorry that you had to go through the feeling that they were mimicking you instead of appreciating the fact that you speak with a different um, accent, because I know how troubling that could have been. Yes, Victor, we will get there.
Haven't we
What?
all Haven't we all been through things like that growing up? I mean, there's just things, and nobody fits in everywhere. Nobody does. And you don't know where you're going to end up, where you are going to have to fit in, no matter what age you are. You don't know what that looks like. And when you get to a certain age and a certain point in your life where you are comfortable with who you are, doesn't matter. You don't have the need to fit in. You could just be you. And if you feel like you're uncomfortable in a place, you
Yeah,
can leave. And you don't feel like, oh, poor
right.
me, I wasn't fitting in over there. They didn't like me. You don't care. When you get to a certain age, you don't care. And I love that. I love
Well,
that.
and when you were, in ninth grade and just moved clear across the world, it's
Culture
culture. Yeah,
shock.
so
Culture
much
shock. Hmm.
more. And as strict as Mormons are, especially in Utah, and going to school, that's had to be
Hmm.
everything. Now you had mentioned that you were in your 30s when you did the drugs and ended up in jail. Now, how did
Hmm.
you transfer from all of that stuff from 14, 17, and then in your 30s that you ended up that way? What was it?
Um, okay, in a nutshell. So I'm living with a controlling man, which my part is I taught him how to be my father. I was 17 and I would ask permission for everything when we got married, just like he was my dad. So that's my part. And I have to own that. Anyway, when I grew up and started adulting, I wasn't okay with that. And the final straw, I think, was when I had my actual own opinion about something. And he said, "Who have you been talking to?" Because I couldn't have had my own opinion
He didn't give it to you.
because he didn't give it to me exactly. Anyway, long story short, I moved out. I went to, where were they living? El Paso. My parents were living in El Paso. And since I hadn't been working because he didn't want me to work, I didn't have any skills, blah, blah, blah. I moved in with my parents till I could figure out what to do. And I got a job as a cocktail waitress because that doesn't take a lot of skill. You don't have to know numbers or computers or anything
At the
like that.
time, computers weren't a part of
The
it.
time, no, no cell phones, no computers. Yeah, nothing like that. And so that was something that I could do. So I got a job as a cocktail waitress where I was introduced to different things. So that's how that happened. Um, yeah, and I liked methamphetamine
At the time.
a lot at the time. Yes, no longer. It's been years and decades, actually. But anyway, what are
Oh,
you
sorry, I'll
saying,
put that back up.
Victor?
There goes.
What did you say? Like it's just massive
Lessons.
lesions, lessons. Oh Lord, all our sessions. Yes, Victor and I, just so you all know, we talk a couple of times a week at least, and on Messenger. And what a wonderful guy. He is
Yeah,
amazing. Anyway,
right.
so that's how that happened. Then that went on for about 2 years. Addiction. Um, was homeless part of that time too. That's what happens. You don't have any money and you need your drug and blah, blah, blah. And you go from here to there, and sometimes you're sleeping outside and sometimes you're sleeping on the floor somewhere. I don't know. But I got busted, went to jail, cleaned up, moved. By that time, my parents were living in New Mexico. That's how I ended up there. And they helped me get on my feet. I went to Narcotics Anonymous for a lot of years. that was good for me. I needed that. It works. It works. It works. It works. And yeah, so
Do you still go to meetings?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not go to
So it
meetings.
worked for a while and you knew when to.
Well, they suggest, in just so you know, they suggest that you do that for the rest of your life, and that's good for some folks. But I'm okay. I mean, I don't use, so I feel very comfortable. However, I would say that having done the 12-step program, I think everybody, addict or no addict, alcoholic or no alcoholic, everybody should probably would benefit, I think, from doing the 12 steps.
Right.
It's just a really good way of looking at yourself and looking at others and appreciating and, you know, getting stuff off your chest, all of that. So yeah, I think everybody should do that at least once in their lives.
And I've only seen it from the uh, a supporter of those
Outside
going
looking in.
through alcohol addiction. To me, it's an addiction, people. So
Yeah.
I've only seen it from that side. And the only thing I have that hits me incorrectly about AA is
Mhm.
them telling themselves they are broken every single day. And no, you're not. You can heal
Yes.
yourself and you've gotten past that. So I
Yes.
appreciate that you.
That's one of the reasons I don't go. But I mean, I don't know what I would have done without that for those first several years actually. But yeah, I think if you aren't sure where you're going or not happy with yourself, you know what? Pull up the 12-step program and see what applies to you and just try that because it's very introspective, and you get to look at yourself, and you get to make amends to people that you may have or may not have, but you think you have harmed, and you get to make amends. And it's growth, it's spiritual growth. And I don't know, I think it's a good program.
Yeah. Yeah, and Victor does bring up something, whether he felt he was doing it or not. And I know keep seeing lesions, but instead of lessons,
Lessons, yeah.
but it's the Swedish translation of English. Um, but he mentions childhood traumas. For those of you who had childhood traumas, the 12-step program may be a great way for you. Just
Mhm.
remember, you are worthy. You are enough.
Yes.
As long as you know that and not say the negative things that happen in these meetings on a normal daily basis, I think you would help yourself so much more. If she felt that the 12 steps got her to where she is today, then I think more of you need to look into it. I mean,
So
I
having
watched
not
it. Okay.
yes, having not used drugs for over 30 years, I don't want to be telling the universe I am an addict, I am
No,
an addict. I don't want to be saying that.
no.
And that is one of the things that is said a lot. Or I am an alcoholic, my name's Michelle, I'm an alcoholic. Or my name's Michelle, I'm an addict. That's what you say when you introduce yourself at meetings. And okay, I get that. And that I don't know that I would be here without that program. I'm just saying I do not want to be telling the universe over and over again that I'm an addict.
Exactly.
I am recovered. I'm a different person. I don't need that anymore. And I don't want to keep feeding that out there. Because the universe goes, yep, you are. Yeah.
And we're going to keep you there if that's what
If
you're
that's what you teach.
manifesting. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
yeah.
You're manifesting that.
It, and that's and I really appreciate you saying that because I didn't even know we were going to get to that part. But yes, that is. so favorable to everybody if you realize spirituality. That's one thing that they teach you going through the 12 steps. Spirituality is important, and we all are spiritual.
Yes.
Just depends on what positive way you want to come through the journey, through
Yes.
the rough times.
Mhm. Oh, and speaking of finding myself and becoming who I am. So going through all of that trauma and, that life that was very hard on anybody, including myself, um, I didn't like myself very much. And I remember one day I decided that I was going to look in the mirror, or not look in the mirror, but just tell myself, you are amazing. I didn't believe it when I said it, but I kept saying, you are amazing. You are amazing. I'm amazing. I am amazing. I'm amazing. Until one day I believed it. Now, at the end of conversations, calls with my children and my family, I always tell them, you are amazing. And they have learned to say, yes, I am amazing. And they'll say, you're amazing too. And I'm, yep, I am amazing. Look at all the stuff I've been through. Look at all the stuff I've done. I am amazing. And I can say that with confidence and believe it today. And I can't tell you how many months that took for me to say that repeatedly to myself till I believed it. But now I don't just believe it, I know it. I'm amazing. So, and you all are too. You just don't know it yet. So if you don't know that about yourself, do it. You tell yourself that repeatedly. I am amazing till you believe it.
And the mirror is a good way to do it because you cannot lie to yourself. You truly cannot. And now I'm sure those the people who are still going to the meetings are looking at themselves in the mirror and saying the negative stuff. Once they start saying the positive things, even if it's going to take months, even if it takes years,
Yes.
it doesn't matter because you're taking the step you need to take. And a lot of us will tell you, I know when we get on when I'm with Scott, look in the mirror and say I love you. It's
Yes.
simple, so simple.
Yep. Right on, Victor.
But the childhood traumas, I think a lot of people go through things and they have a hard time getting past it. Now you seem to have a pretty good childhood with the singing in the house and everything. Not that it was perfect, I don't know, but singing as a family is a huge
Huge.
togetherness sort of thing. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we are quite close. I have five sisters now. I grew up with three, and then many years later, two more. But I do have five sisters. We are very close, and if anybody needs help, we are there. Collectively, and we can't all help with the same things, and that's another thing too. Somebody can offer emotional support and somebody might have financial support, and there's different ways to lift each other up and support each other, and we all need different things at different times. So there was that. My life was not without trauma. There have been some traumatic things that have happened to me besides the whole addiction and all of that. And I don't want to say but, I'm going to say and. Um, we're all here for a reason,
Mhm.
or we wouldn't need to be in this life. That is my truth. I wouldn't need to be here if there wasn't stuff for me to learn. And no, they're not all easy lessons. Lessons are not easy. They are important, and I wouldn't be this me. I don't have any regrets. I do not.
Good.
I mean, I've done some things that I'm ashamed of, a lot of things that I'm ashamed of in my past, but I don't have any regrets. Um, I wouldn't be this me without that and without those lessons back there. And I needed that to get this growth and to become this me that is amazing.
Exactly, exactly. And that is so helpful to anybody out there because there's a lot of people in transition right now. So much energy is going around that they have a hard time. Which direction do I go? What do I do? Start with a mirror. That's
Yep.
that's so
You
simple.
can't fix that thing you did back then. You can't fix that. You got to move forward. You're just moving forward. I mean, if you need to make amends, if it's possible, because sometimes it's not, if you need to make amends, go ahead and do that. That's your process. But moving forward, that stuff has already happened. It's in the past. Bye. Moving forward. What am I doing today? How's my day looking? And we're just doing this one day at a time. And when you're getting overwhelmed, you have 8 things to do today. That's a lot. No, you don't. You have one. It's the one right in front of you. You do that, and then you move on to the next one. Because if you have 8 things and you look at all 8 things, you'll never get anything done because it's overwhelming. You go, I'll do that tomorrow or another day or whatever. So just focus on what's right in front of you. That's your plan. Right now, I got to change the baby. Or, right now I got to fix dinner. Or right now I need to call my mom because I haven't talked to her for 3 days. Or I have this doctor's appointment or whatever. It doesn't matter. You just do what's right in front of you. It's so much easier that way. And that takes practice. And no, I don't always do that. But if I remember, I'll go, okay, breathe. You got one thing.
And you had mentioned the mirror. So when you're getting overwhelmed, do you go to the mirror sometimes and say,
No,
I'm
not
amazing
usually.
or so?
Not
Okay.
usually. I'm sort of programmed. And I find too that a lot of I don't have a lot of friends. I have a lot of acquaintances, but I have, this is my friends right here, 2 or 3 or 4, and then my family. And I find that when they're going through something, they call me.
Okay.
So I have that mindset pretty much going on. I don't need to go to the mirror anymore. I'm
Well,
just in that mindset.
well, I understand that, but what I meant by the mirror is if you're feeling the overwhelming stuff to get yourself back to, oh, here I am. Okay. Now, now I can focus on what's in front of me. And so
I
that's what,
have done that a few times. It's not a practice because usually I'm just going, okay, Michelle, focus. You know what I mean?
okay, good.
And since I repeat that back so many times to friends and family because they call me a lot. I mean, I'm like their therapist. No, I'm not a licensed therapist, but they call me because that's one of the things I can help with, be that emotional support. And I think differently than they do on different things, which we all do. I mean,
Right.
we're all good at some things and we're all not good at some things. And that's one of the things I'm good at. So they'll call and I'm able to calm that feeling down and get them into a different space where they can see the light a little more. And, oh, okay, there is a solution, or there's a possible solution, or I can work towards whatever that looks like. So um, I'm your gal when it comes to that.
Well, that brings you to you are a healer. You don't have to do hands on all the time. You do it with your family. So
Yeah.
therefore, you can do it remotely already.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't even identify that part of it. You're so right.
And so that's what we'll be doing along with the singing in about 15 minutes. And we will be taking a 2-minute break because it after the emotions we definitely need to do that. But it just seeing and hearing all the things that you've been through and that can help other people. And that's why I started this show because and why I thought of you immediately. Even though Victor made mention of you, it's like, I need to get a hold of her. I want somebody to come on and sing. That was my first thought. And then Victor says, don't forget Michelle. I was like, no, I won't forget Michelle. And yes, I have a lot of people that I can have come on. I can do Bonnie and Don, Angie, and Susan. However, you guys know them. You've seen them. They're on quite a bit. I want people that aren't normally on lives to see you, and so that you can see them and what they've been through, and know that there's other people you can reach out to ask
Mm.
for help. So,
So, yes, and something that I didn't come to realize until how many years ago? Probably, well, several years ago. I I I feel people's stuff. I'm empathic. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that was a word. I mean, I knew there was a word. I didn't know what the word meant. But I feel other people's stuff. And, I might not know what's going on with you, but I know you're hurting. Even if I don't know you and we haven't met, I can feel that kind of stuff. And some of the jobs I've had over the years, all the jobs I've had have had to do with helping people. They just all have, working with developmentally disabled folks. I was a substance abuse counselor. After I cleaned up, I went that direction. I worked in the alcohol detox in New Mexico. Um, and this job I'm doing now, I did retire and I'm doing a part time job as a caregiver for older adults. And, I might not be doing a whole lot of physical work when I'm at my job, but I come home exhausted. And even if they're having a good day and it's not a big fat emotional day for them, imagine an older person whose body doesn't work anymore and they used to be vibrant and dancing and taking care of their kids and driving themselves and making their own meals and taking their own baths and those kinds of things. Imagine what it's like to be in that body now that doesn't work like it used to. And that, I feel that stuff. And so by the time I come home, even though they're not talking about it, I'm feeling it. And by the time I come home, I gotta ground because I'm exhausted. I'm emotionally exhausted, which makes my body tired as well because body, mind, and spirit all works together. But I just love them so much, and my heart it just goes out to them.
do you carry any stones with you when you go in?
That is such a good idea. No, I do not, and I have some, and I need to. Oh my
Yes.
goodness, I used to work with the stones all the time, and I haven't done that for. Oh, thank you.
Well, you were talking about this in my precious stones. So,
Yes, I
so
yeah.
it's almost like you need that little jar again to carry with you.
Oh, yes. Not just a jar, but a jar. Yes, you're
Yeah.
exactly right. Yes, and I used to be so involved with the Stones. I mean, a lot. And I could pick one up or I could choose one depending on what was going on with you. I'm out of practice. My muscle is flabby. And I've moved so many times. I don't have a lot of stones anymore. I have a few, but yes, I love that you suggested that. That's awesome.
And I know you guys explore where you're living. And I know you already mentioned the state, but I don't want to get into it too much. Um, but that is a great place to go walking around. There are so many rivers and lakes.
Lakes and fountains and
Yes,
national parks. Yes.
look for stones amongst them because they're going to be rarer than other places. Check out rock hounding in your state, and everyone can do
Oh,
this
yeah. I love
wherever
that you
you're at.
suggested that. Oh, I mean, I totally forgot about that part. I totally forgot about that. I was so involved in that for so many years. And your life changes and moves forward and sometimes a little bit backward. But,
Well,
you
it's
know,
just a loop. It's
learning.
not backwards. You're going in a loop just so you get that lesson.
Yes, but
Never
I
go
do need
backwards,
to go
people.
there. I do need to go there with the stones. Oh, I'm so glad you suggested that. Oh, by the way, if you are interested in stones, folks, there is a fantastic book called Love is in the Earth. And, if you have a stone and you want to know what it does, or somebody gifts you one and they say, this is obsidian or this is whatever it is. You can look it up in there and it'll tell you different healing properties, emotional healing, physical healing, what stones are involved in dreams or, different things like that. That is the best book I've ever seen. My daughter has it right now, or I'd show it to you, but she's like, Mom, can I borrow your book? So she's in Florida, so she's got the book for a while. So
And want to say hi. Lewis is in, Victor's in, Bonnie's in. Um, and this is very strange because this is Bonnie's spot, and now Michelle is here.
hi,
so,
Bonnie.
um, so let's see who else. Terry Claypool and a few others. Katie Newkirk, she's been in a
Hi,
while.
everybody.
Wade, Tina. Okay.
Yeah, with my new job, I haven't been on your shows hardly at all lately. I missed that.
You can always rewatch them. I'm just saying you can watch
I
them
know, but I
later.
like to participate and comment. I like
Yeah.
to, be there while everybody's there. But yes, and I do sometimes watch them. It's just not the same when it's
Yeah.
not live.
I understand. I would suggest the last two Wednesdays definitely because one was Sarah Lyle artistry. The energy was out of this world.
Hmm.
Obviously, I mean she does a lot with celestial stuff. Um,
Oh,
and then Brittany last week, and Brittany Larson, and she goes live YouTube, TikTok. I can't remember which one. Um, a couple of times a week. So it's only here for a half an hour. Then I got to go. Okay, well, great. I'm glad she's going to be singing soon. We've got about 6 minutes for this. So okay, so you're going to start working on the stones again. What else does she need to know about her job? And it's great that you're there for these people and that you can feel their energy. Um, we hope you can come to a class some more, Tuesday night class, because there's people from all over. And oh, what was I going to say? I was thinking
yeah,
something.
I'm working afternoon evenings mostly, so
Oh, okay,
it's probably
so you
not going to
can make it.
happen. Yeah, but yeah, I could tune in and see later. I could check them out, and I could, pull cards and stuff too. I should practice up a little bit more on that. I haven't done cards for a while. My daughter's really good at it, but
Oh, good. Love to have her come in
oh my goodness, when
on
she
the
was
class too.
oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Be
What?
Beware the people are. I want to see them dancing. I excuse Julie, can't handle myself. What?
What?
I have no idea what he meant.
What you talking about, Willis?
I I know. I say that quite often too. What you talking about?
So,
So
yeah, my daughter, when she was about 9 or 10, she was interested in the cards, and she could give you a good reading.
wow,
Um, and I actually Saturday mornings I dropped her off at a class so she could learn more about the cards. And yeah, she hasn't done it for a while, but she was pretty darn good at a very young age.
that's from Bonnie.
Ask
Um,
our adult.
so
Oh, thank
were
you.
you in Albuquerque at the time?
Yes,
And was Miss Susan around at that time?
yes, that's where I met her. Was in New Mexico. Yes, we. I was going to take a class from her actually, and for I can't remember the reason. It was freezing. It was pretty cold for New Mexico, and for some reason the class was canceled. And she said, but you can come to my house. And she didn't live that far from me, and we were living kind of rural. And I went to her house, and we got to know each other. So,
And
the
Susan
rest
does
is
not
history.
like living in the rural sort of places.
And that's so me. I want to be out there.
Me
I
too.
want to
Me too.
homestead. I want to live on a farm. I want to grow my own. I'm practicing growing vegetables in grow bags on my stairs. That's what I'm doing right now.
But
So,
you're not in a big city. You
no.
really are not. So that's good.
And in this small city, we also live in a cul-de-sac, which is nice because there's not a lot of traffic, and you know what I mean. You got the neighbors; the kids all play in the cul-de-sac, and it's kind of fun to watch. So, yes, if this is the alternative, I'll take it.
The song Me and Michelle, Little Mermaid. Okay. All righty. So I'm going to go ahead and put on the countdown, and we will be back in 2 minutes.
Marvelous.
Perfect timing. And this is Charlie.
He's my Charlie.
You're Charlie. Okay.
No, I don't own him, but I claim him.
She might as well.
So, what is the first song you're going to sing for us today?
It's called "Stay My Love," and darn it, I can't remember who.
Somebody, Luna, isn't it?
Yeah, Una Healy,
And
and
if anyone ever watched Nashville,
one of the guys off
yeah,
Nashville.
he played the character of Gunner, for what that's worth. But he,
Anyway, they're the ones that,
Palacio or something.
yes, Palladio,
Sam, is it Sam Palladio?
maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's called "Stay My Love."
Be my love, 'cause I will give you all of me, my love. To the moon and back is not enough. Would you be my love? Would you be my love? Would you be my love?
Thank you.
Yes, sorry, I don't have uh, an applause track or anything like that, but that was very good. Very good.
You don't need an
I know
applause track.
that you probably do, but okay. This is from Victor.
Nice. Thank you, Victor.
I don't know, Bonnie and others have not chimed up, but that was very nice.
Thank you.
And the other person's name on that is Sam Pladio.
Claudio.
Pladio.
There we
Yes,
go.
thank you.
I don't even know how we
We got
remembered
that.
that. Yeah. bleh. Okay.
Consider it to come back to me.
Yeah, I looked it up. It was easier that way. I love Google.
Of course.
Google's my friend.
So we-
Wow, that was great. And how long have you been doing that song?
A couple of months.
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah, well, about what, maybe a year and a half ago or
We
something.
did it for the
started playing around
first
with it,
time.
and then we didn't. I mean,
Then we did
touched it
nothing.
for like a long time.
Uh,
I mean, we
Yeah.
basically just kind of started rehearsing about a couple days
Oh,
ago.
yeah. We're like, oh, we need to come up with something.
Yeah.
Hurry up. Pull out your guitar, please.
who knows? Maybe we'll work on doing a. Oh, wait, we got more popping in.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
can do a show live with a few people. There's other people that I know. I have a niece that is in Maine. No, Vermont. Oops, Vermont, and she does a lot of things. During COVID, she did a lot of online stuff with people. So I love that. Did you guys do anything during COVID with music at all? Were you writing or anything?
Listening
Okay.
to it. And,
Yeah. So when COVID was going on, we were just meeting,
Oh,
and that it was an online dating app. Crazy. It was
Yeah,
called
Zeus,
Zeus. It
yeah.
popped up on my. I wasn't even doing that kind of stuff, but it
Yeah,
popped up on my
Zeus.
email one day, and I was like, "What is that doing there?" You get junk, and
Yeah.
that was the first time it popped up, and I thought, okay, I can look,
I'll bite.
and I looked, and within 20 to 30 minutes, I mean, he was the only person that I contacted. I sent him a smiley face, and then
Yeah.
we started talking 2 to 3 hours a day.
Yeah. I noticed she said she was involved in music, which sometimes as a musician, it's like I had friends who, their girlfriend, significant other was like, okay, that was fine when we were young. Now get a real job. I mean, it's like, put your nose in the grindstone kind of a thing. So I figured that was a good starting place. But yeah, we just
we were living in different states.
she's
So
in Georgia with her sister, and I was here. I kind of described it as like being in solitary confinement in a really nice cell with lots of toys.
yeah. So during COVID, no, that not really.
Yeah.
We were living in different states
Thank
and
goodness for the telephone.
talking.
I
Yeah,
would have lost it.
3, 4, sometimes 5 hours a day.
Yes, yeah.
So
And by the time we actually met, we probably knew each other better than people have been dating for a year and a half.
Wow.
It was slightly strange
Yeah.
to not have.
well, you're strange and I'm strange. How
well,
much
that's true.
stranger does it
That's-
get?
That's true.
Okay.
But I mean, just
But
to
you're
have
strange together.
people
That's good.
presence,
Yeah.
but
That was
that,
different.
that came along easily.
Does anybody have any questions or anything?
Or want a reading or have something that's going on with them that they need assistance with. Anything? We have a few people on. They're all watching and wondering and all that stuff. So you met and you said it was Zeus, right?
Zeus.
Zeus.
Zoosk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not one that you've heard advertised or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
It just popped up. It was weird. Yeah. So, don't know. Twin flames.
If that's what they believe, that's their choice.
Susan told me once, I had a reading from her a while back, a few years ago. She said, this is at least our third life together.
Oh, cool.
But folks, I mean, I've been through multiple relationships and marriages, and this is how long it took to find my soulmate. So Love Goddess, do you have anything specific that's going on with you that you need questions answered or anything?
And this is Miss Bonnie.
Oh,
Okay. And I will not, because I read her yesterday. Well, tap in and see what you feel. And she has a Charlie, and that Charlie is sleeping. It's a little puppy. Well,
Oh, oh. I'm in between dogs. I love dogs, but we have two wonderful cats, though. They come when we call them.
yes, that's
Yeah.
weird for cats.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bonnie, I'm feeling like you've got, you need to rest some. You're busy, and I think taking time for yourself is probably what you're needing right now. So spend some more you time. It seems like you do a lot for others, and sometimes we neglect ourselves. And so spend some time for you. I mean, I would suggest um, once a week you set aside, because you're not going to think about it all the time. You set aside, okay, when, Thursday nights I'm doing blah blah blah, I'm going to go to a show, or that's my time, I'm not taking phone calls. I'm just going to do something I like for me, whether it's meditative or just relax, but whatever it is that floats your boat.
and the other thing I want to remind her is, without the dog too, you need time just for you. And I
Yes.
know Charlie is there, and you love Charlie, but I couldn't sleep until 5 a.m. up at 8. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Yeah, no wonder.
Yeah, no wonder. Oh, I got a lump in my throat. I don't know. Usually that means I'm feeling emotional. Um, and it's about you, Bonnie. So I don't know. I'm not used to doing the stuff that Julie does where she feels everybody's stuff like that. But yeah, your plate is full, of course. That's what it feels like. It feels like, you're not having you're not allowing yourself any breathing time. So do you, girly girl.
Yeah. And she's getting ready to have her birthday this month.
Happy birthday.
I can't remember exactly which day it is, but yeah, it's
One of
becoming.
those July days.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, of course, needy. But your needs are important too. Don't forget that. I mean, yeah, we love our pets, we love our animals. But you know what? One night a week or one morning a week, whatever works for you, set that time aside just for you and make a plan. What do you like to do? Do you want to hike? Do you want to go sit by the lake? Do you want to see a movie? Whatever it is, I don't know. Yes, there's so much to do. You know what? If you don't take care of yourself, you cannot take care of others effectively. I mean, yeah, you can do stuff, but
I'm reversed in years. Yep.
Yeah.
But you're only going to be, no, I won't go with that number. I was going to say,
oh, yeah.
I have a tendency to multiply two numbers together to get the number I am. So right now I'm 30. I'm just saying.
Nice. Nice.
So,
And me, I'm going to be 65 in September. That's me.
yeah.
Yeah, I've never really cared about age. I don't know why. I think that's different for a lot of people, but I never worried about being 30, 40, 50.
My mother wouldn't tell us her age. She she and one other family member had a tendency to say they were older than what they were. I know that sounds strange, but they did. Um, because you can get a job at 16, but you can't get a job younger, right?
Yeah,
So
it started there.
it started there. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I don't say my age. It's more joking. She said, "You can ask me how much I weigh. I have no problem with that." She never weighed over 100 pounds. So
That doesn't count.
hey, but you could ask her. She had no problem. And I just went, yeah, that's what I was going to say, Bonnie. But but I thought maybe 42 was a little old too. But I think you're going backwards. So I thought you said something about 39 and going backwards. I know you'd be starting over again. Anyway, can't love yourself. How? Yeah.
How are you going to take someone take from RuPaul? Talked?
If you
Taken?
can't love
Taken.
yourself, how in the hell are you going to love someone?
Taken from RuPaul. I'm guessing it's taken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was born bigger. Okay, and Lewis is asking for highest and greatest good too. Thank you, Bonnie.
Lewis.
Take time for you. And I'm getting that in the throat too.
Lewis.
This is Lewis.
Nice to meet you, Lewis.
Lewis comes to Tuesday night class.
Ah,
He didn't when you were there, I don't think. He took about a year or so off, maybe 2.
mm-hmm.
And I didn't see him last night, so I'm going to tap into.
So, Lewis, do you, is there any travel coming up for you? And by the way, I'm not used to doing this, so,
Take your time. You're good. He believe me, he's been to class, so he knows. He understands.
yeah.
See,
Travel, you going somewhere? Oh,
It's
maybe.
in your way.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to try something here. No, that didn't work.
you can't pull it up.
No.
What did you need?
I got something on here I don't need. Stop. I don't. There we go. It's gone. Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
we'll
where
wait
the,
for Lewis.
It just says highest and greatest would be wonderful. Thank
yeah,
you.
where the
that-
text pops up, there's also a little thing to click for private chat, and it's like right in the
Yeah,
way. You
but
can't
that's okay.
read it
I
very
can-
You can
well.
close it. You can close it.
So yeah, I didn't know how to
Oh.
close it.
Yeah,
That's okay. I can see it.
yeah.
So Lewis is just asking.
Nice to meet
Nice.
you as
Oh
well.
yes. No, not trouble. Travel. No travel. Okay.
No, I thought you said something about trouble coming
No, I said,
first.
do you have any travel coming up? And he's saying no travel. So maybe it's time for you to be traveling, to going somewhere. Is there somewhere you've been wanting to go that you've been putting off, Lewis? Because I saw you traveling. I can't tell you where or what, but that's what I see. That one place that you've been thinking about or talking about.
He needs to come out here in November.
When you say out here, do you mean Arizona?
Of course.
Arizona.
Yeah.
Is there somebody you need to go visit? You haven't seen in a while? Sometimes it takes a while for the
Yeah.
yeah. There's a lag.
There's a lag. I just sent you a little. It should be right across from where it says private chat. It should be to the
Yeah.
right.
It is, but I don't see an X. I just see the
No, it's an arrow down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Did that work?
No.
Yeah, it's still
I mean,
folded
it
up.
opened it up,
Yeah.
you know, so I could write something, but it's yeah, and then I hit it again and it just went down to that. It's just that the little tiny line that says private chat that is covering the thingy, but I can still see half of the words, so no worries.
He's got, let's see, not
Okay.
mobile at the moment, Ben. Want to go to the NFL Hall of Fame. Wow.
So who do you want to take if you went there, Louis?
Cooperstown. Is it Cooperstown? I forget.
I'm not a big sports fan, so I don't really know.
NFL Hall of Fame. No, Canton, Ohio. That's right. Okay. I don't know what. I was probably thinking
That's where
baseball.
the Hall of Fame is, the NFL Hall of Fame.
Canton, Ohio. Yeah.
Huh.
And he lives in Michigan. Somebody who wants to go to Michigan, lives in Michigan, wants to go to Ohio. That's unheard of. Sorry, Michigan and Ohio State. Are
Not
like,
anymore. You just heard of it.
yes. Yes.
Yes, you heard it here first.
Right here.
Just
Just a
about
buddy.
do it. Start making plans.
When is the Hall of Fame game? I'll have to check that out. When is the Hall of Fame game 2025? Oh, July 31st. The Detroit Lions will be playing the Los Angeles
Which one?
Chargers. That is so weird to say. But wow.
I mean, we don't have to do that.
Will you be mobile by then? Louis, will you be mobile by the 31st? It's in 29 days. Yes, I thought. And I got that you're tired and dizzy and that you have a lot of heaviness on your left side, the female energy. And the suggestion is to go ahead and do another divine feminine goddess activation guided meditation. One more, the same one that you used before. One more. Because there's a lot of buzzing around that energy, but it's very heavy. So it just needs to be, their word is exercise. And Louis is the one who told me about that meditation, the divine goddess activation meditation.
Oh,
Yay, go Lions! Probably not. Oh. Yeah. So, other than the travel, is there anything else you feel for him? Feel that he needs
I
to do?
wasn't real. I was just seeing the travel, and like I said, I'm not really used to doing this
That's
way.
fine.
But yeah, but that's what I was seeing. I was seeing him going somewhere, and it felt like it was by car.
Oh, okay. Well, it would be close enough for him to go by car. I would think.
The left, where's that?
So shoulder pain on the left.
Okay, and what are you feeling right now as far as where is your pain? Do you have pain right now?
Yeah. And I checked into it. The pain massage is only going to acerbate the problem. Um, so Reiki is the better way to go, or remote healing of any kind at this point. But hands-on is not, um, at least in a massage type of therapy, is not advantageous. At least that's what I'm being told. Not really in pain right now. Hello, Kevin.
So I want you to try something, Lewis, next time you've got some serious pain like that. Um, I want you to just get to a quiet place in your mind, and I want you to focus on um, warm light around that, wherever it is, shoulder, knee, joints, whatever. I want you to close your eyes and I want you to see warm light around that. And you can see that going into the pain area. And I think that's going to help you. And just sit with that for a little bit, just seeing it. When you can visualize it, then you'll start to feel it. And that's going to help your pain level, I think, quite significantly.
Wow.
Sorry.
It's okay. Hey,
That was unexpected.
no reason to apologize. Let it flow. It helps. Um, and Jess is in now. Jess, Bonnie, and Michelle all live in the same state. Just saying. I call them, and I'm going to use the word Tennessee triplets
Yeah.
because we're all there.
Yes. I just.
Yeah. So I think that's cool. So let's see what Lewis has to say. Lewis is Reiki trained.
Ah,
Felt a physical response when you gave me that advice. Cool. That's a
nice.
good thing. Yeah.
Nice.
And I just felt something, it go down further to the mid back, and it has to be past life. Ah, it's on the left side, just left of the spinal cord. So that probably needs the light as well, because now it's dissipated. Okay, cool. Cool, cool. I love that. I didn't even have to use my selenite. Love it. Hey, there's times where selenite's the only one to get me through these readings. You don't happen to have any with you, do you?
Oh,
Do
I
you?
don't.
Oh, okay.
No. I should write that down. One of those must haves.
Yeah. Okay. And Victor, did you need a reading, or you talked to Michelle?
Yeah, we talk all the time.
Yeah. Broken hip bone. Oh, break. Yeah. And somebody is all of a sudden, it's, right side. I'm going to use the word north. Uh, Above and to the right of your belly button. Ow. All of a sudden, who's this? whose is this? It's still on Lewis. Oof. It's almost feel like a stab. I don't usually get stabs or past life things in the front arm pain as well. Jesse's got arm pain. I feel that it's down. Is it on your left side, Jess? Why all of a sudden this? See if my selenite, my body is vibrating as I picture the light. How cool. In those places, thank you. Right side. Okay, you got right side.
Good.
And this pain is pulsating.
What are you hearing?
What?
I was just wondering what we're hearing.
The fan in the background?
Maybe.
Did it go off?
Hmm.
Is it picking back up?
Yeah. It's not. It's hardly there. I just wondered if it was
Okay.
my imagination, or I mean, that's how faint it was. Lewis, I don't know if this makes a difference, but the light that I'm seeing when you say I picture the light in those places, it's like sort of orange, then goes to yellow, like orange on the outside and then goes to yellow on the inside. I don't even know what that means. I'm just saying that's a picture I have in my head.
Okay.
Might mean something to you. I don't know.
Wow. Wow. These feelings. So, do you have another song for us?
Oh, yes. Actually.
Do you have any that you are working on?
No.
Working on all of them.
No, you're not ready yet.
So I've been working for
No.
We'd love to hear them. I'd really love to hear you.
Not admitting or denying
Right.
anything at this
maybe
point.
next.
Yeah. Okay, so
Hey, Miss
this
Andy.
was Alison Krauss.
Okay.
When You Say Nothing at All. A lot of you have heard this song before. Go around again.
Oh yes. Anytime you're ready, you just come right in.
I found you say it best when you say nothing at all. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll put you back.
Sorry.
Very
Got a
good.
little emotional there.
Hey, that's like I said, it's just you're letting it flow.
Just a boob today. What's going on?
What?
I said, I'm just a boob today. What's going on? I mean, yeah, there's random tears. What?
Let them flow. Let them flow. It's cleansing.
Yeah.
It's exhausting.
Well, you're taking on everybody's energy. Yeah, just like you
Yeah,
do at work.
yeah, it's exhausting. I'm gonna need a nap after this. Thank you, Kevin.
And I hope you're drinking plenty of water. And I want to put this
Lemon
out.
water.
This was Jess, my uncle's favorite song, and he passed 10 years yesterday.
Oh, nice. That gave me goosebumps. Thanks for saying that. Glad we could.
And oops,
Oof.
everybody got goosebumps. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, Kevin got the tears too. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
That's great.
Glad I could help.
I'm vibrating. Ha ha. Okie
Yeah,
dokie,
you know,
Michelle.
sorry, go ahead.
It was just what Victor's saying. Michelle, there was that payback. Wow, crying to that song. Brilliant. Bravo. Okay. Yeah, he said that earlier.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
You know, it's hard to sometimes I love singing songs with Charlie, my Charlie. And sometimes it's, I don't know, I get emotional because I'm feeling it and kind of like you.
That's what it's about. Right? That's what the music is about. You know, people
Yes.
want to be
Exactly.
moved, want to be touched.
Yeah.
You know,
Exactly.
at least that's what I feel.
Yes, that's why people write songs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, so that's where I was at.
Those,
Good.
But
I was just gonna say, side note is I've always gone by Charles, but she calls me Charlie. So
till he
I'm
met
playing with
me.
this idea for a song. I've never been anyone's Charlie before. I don't know.
Aw.
That'd be a good title.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody we you know, they all call him Charles, and I'm just like,
yeah,
what are you, the king?
yeah.
It just
He's-
feels too formal for me, and I just couldn't
Yeah.
go there. I asked permission before
Yeah,
I called him that.
it's
But
Charles. Yeah, it's Charles. That's right.
Well, at least it's not Chaz or something like that.
oh,
Ah, I had somebody
Yellow,
say
orange, and in multiple places. It really caused a heart expansion in my chest. Wow. Excellent. It was excellent.
oh, cool.
And that's your, well, it was in your heart chakra, but your sacral and your solar plexus were on fire as well. What is that? That is what music is about. If you feel the emotion, you play that. Yes,
Yep,
the audience feels it
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah, the difficult part, though, Kevin or Lewis, sorry, is that when you're trying to sing and cry at the same time, it doesn't come out right. Just saying.
You get choked up.
Joe Cocker cracking in the last note of "You Are So Beautiful" is just like amazing.
Oh, yes.
You know?
Yes, yes,
No.
exactly.
Don't touch that. We're leaving that.
Yes.
Do not
Yeah,
touch
Yeah, at least it's
Yeah.
not Chuck,
So-
Kevin. He's
no.
not. We're not calling him Chuck.
Yeah.
Chuckles. Although,
yeah.
what does
That's not
Florida call it?
Chuckles, I think.
or
I think
Chucky.
no, the Chuck was Chuckles, and my sisters call me Chuckles.
One of my
Wow.
sisters is hilarious, but she will never call anybody by their name. She has to come up with her own version of whatever that name is. And I'm pretty sure she calls him
Yeah,
Chuckles.
my sister.
And what is her specialty? I mean, you're a healer. What does she do? Because you said you each do different things.
She's an empath as well, but doesn't really know what to do with it. And so she is trying to focus on healing herself and learning more about that. So I know that for Christmas, her brand new husband got her that apothecary book that you see with all of the different herbs and things like that and what they do. And she wants to be a natural healer that way with natural herbs and things like that. So she's a lot younger than I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'd love to have her come to class. The other thing is Jess is really big on herbs too.
Oh, cool,
So
Jess.
you might want to touch base with Jess on that. And she's a very old soul, so she knows a lot of that
Nice.
stuff. And of course, she's not that far for you. She's probably I would say about an hour and a half, maybe.
Okay. Cool
North.
beans. What town?
Clarksdale or Clarksville?
Clarksville.
Clarksville. That would be
Clarksville.
Clarksville, yeah.
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 That's Bonnie and Jess are in that area.
Wow, maybe we should take a trip up there one day, a day trip. That'd be
Oh,
cool.
that's not too fun.
Yes, she relates to her a lot. Your sister. That's Jess. So, yeah. And I felt that energy was a lot like yours there, Jess. So, yeah. So hopefully you guys can work together and maybe come up with stuff.
I'd love that. Nice.
Kevin is our comic relief. So, just so you know. And he's been on quite a bit. He does come to Tuesday night class every once in a while as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Jess used to, but she homeschools her children, and it's a little hard for her to, because that's bedtime for the kids.
Yes.
So,
Yep, that's right. And you're the time difference
yeah.
to the Tuesday night. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, my schedule has changed quite dramatically, and so now we hang out in the morning instead of in the evening because I'm working afternoon evenings. So,
Okay. Do you have to work this afternoon?
mhm.
Okay. Well, I hope we get this done.
Oh no, we will. Be
Okay,
fine.
good. We've got, we only have about 15 minutes left.
Mhm.
So, Kevin or Jess, you have any questions? I know there might be others as well, but we only have time for one more. And you said you had a third song, so
We did.
we'll close out with the third song.
That's it.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
You only have two.
Okay.
What? What?
I'm just getting myself ready to sing this.
Okay. Well, if you
So
wanted to wait a couple minutes for that, because we could
it's
do that.
okay. It's just it. This is just a little more challenging for me. So I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
yes, I got this.
You got
Doing
it.
some self-talk here. Yeah.
All right.
So this is The Shallow, Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper
Yeah.
Oh,
from the movie.
Yeah, the new recent, well, it's not really that recent now, but Stars Born.
Yeah, The Star is Born movie.
Yeah.
So probably everybody's heard this at some point. But anyway,
I didn't watch that one. I remember.
you probably know the song though.
Yeah. It's very nice version. They did a really good job. But
Yeah.
the end is like so sad. It's just like, yeah. But yeah, very, very well done, I thought.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Who do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for a change. In the bad times I fear myself.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired of trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hardcore? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I feel myself. I'm off the deep end, watch as I'm diving. I'll never meet the ground. Crash through the surface when it can hurt us. We're far from the shallow now. In the shallow, in the in the shallow. We're far from the shallows now. Oh, 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 I'm on the deep end, watches are diving. I'll never meet the ground. Crash through the surface where they can hurt us. We're far from the shallows now. In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow. We're far from the shallows now.
Nice. Very nice. Thank you. And Kevin says, and who doesn't love Lady Gaga? I think she should do a Janis Joplin biopic. She can pull off Janis. Are you talking about Michelle or Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga.
I think you could do Janis too. But that's it. Jenna would have loved it. Loved her. Yeah.
I do love all kinds of music. I was telling you about the band that I was in. We used to do everything from Patsy Cline to Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
So, just
We
covers.
singing a police song and
Oh yeah, all kinds.
yeah, all kinds of stuff.
All kinds.
Yeah.
I might give that a try, Kevin. I might check it out.
Yeah.
You have to gargle with scotch for like 6 months first, though. Just get that rasp.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
That's a joke.
I know. But, okay.
Yeah.
Pretty voice.
If you can do different accents, you can do that too. Hey,
Different voices.
yeah. I I won't do it here. I will not. But I do Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. And yes, that part of it. And I do it around the family. And my sister is rolling on the floor by the time I'm done. She just thinks it's the most hilarious thing. I did it at work one time, and they thought I was crazy. And it's like, you're too young to know that, I guess. So let it go. But, yeah.
Dirty Deeds. Yes.
Oh, and Kevin wants to know what Patsy Cline song.
Oh, Crazy.
Which is a Willie
That was-
Nelson song.
Yeah.
Pin song.
Then he says Southern Comfort. He put down
No.
LOL. Oh, drinking Southern Comfort, I think, instead of whiskey,
yeah.
maybe.
Right. It's been said before, but listening to Janis or Joni.
Yeah, and yeah, I used to. What was it? It's been said before, but listening to Janis or Joni Mitchell or Stevie Nicks is awakening in itself. Yes, and I used to mimic.
Yeah.
A huge.
Stevie Nicks.
She was brilliant.
Yeah.
They're all good.
Yeah. One of my favorite Stevie Nicks songs is Landslide, but I'm trying to remember what the other Stevie Nicks
There's
song
quite a
is.
few ones.
What I did. Yeah. It's been a few years.
Yeah.
I got set lists and set lists and set lists.
Wow. Yeah. So when are you striking up the band again, or getting the band back together? Is that how they say it?
Well, Charlie has started playing with a new band, a different, a band.
Mm-hmm.
So he's.
I might actually get paid.
You're in what? About a month in?
Yeah.
3-4 weeks, something like that. Yeah.
I kind of had my own band, so to speak. And then we got together and I incorporated her in there. And then I was having some difficulties and stuff. I kind of put it down for a while. I'm kind of half scared to ask them if they want to come back.
Yeah, but now you have this other band. So
but
you don't want to do 4 bands like some people we know.
No.
So
No.
that's too much.
No.
My ex tried to do 3 bands at a time. He
Well,
overwhelmed himself, so
yeah.
Yeah, it's too much.
yeah,
Need time to breathe. Like I was telling Bonnie, need time to breathe.
yeah.
I
We
had a
do
friend-
have somebody out here who does as many bands as he can. He also um,
yeah,
does what is it called? Elton John tributes. So, and he looks like Elton John. He really
Oh
does.
wow.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's
That's
cool.
great. And he's a great guitar player too. Maybe not as good, but he's still a great guitar player over here. But yeah. So there's so many bands you could do and musicians. Tennessee is not short on musicians.
There, I
Mhm.
bet in probably 95% of households, there is somebody that either is involved in playing an instrument, singing, or doing something
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
sound, that's doing
yeah.
something because
Audio or
people move out here
DJ.
just for
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that is,
yeah.
yeah, it's a big deal.
After I moved here, a friend, I was talking to a friend, I'm originally from the Pacific Northwest, Seattle area. But anyway, I said, you know how there's like these 10 guys that were just totally world class and everyone else was pretty good? I said, it's completely inverted here. It says there's everyone else is amazing. And there's like 10 guys who are like, yeah, they're okay. You know? And this friend of mine in the back room says, yeah, and they leave after 6 months because there's nothing for them to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's working as an engineer. I mean, these guys would come into the studio and they're just like crazy good. And they look like, holy crap. Yeah.
Yeah. So if I had just a few last words for everybody,
Okay.
don't forget that you are special and have something special to offer to others. And if you're not sure what that is, then, what are you passionate about? Because that's it. And just don't forget that and work on that part of you. It's going to fulfill you. And sometimes it's hard work too, but it's going to fulfill you and you're going to be sharing that gift with others. Sometimes unintentionally, you walk into a room and your vibe is like, zzz, and
Yeah.
out it goes. And somebody needed that. And you won't always know how you helped, but you helped. So I would encourage you to explore whatever that is.
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to put this up real quick. In Hendersonville.
Johnny and June. Okay.
Yeah,
That's for everybody, but
Yeah.
Zoom. I
Yeah.
can't see it.
Yeah, Johnny and June. Yeah.
have you been to Hendersonville?
No, but I don't think it's that far
Mm-mm,
from here.
not too bad.
That could be one of our day trips. We like to do day trips on the
Yeah,
weekends.
started doing that.
So
I'm
Yeah.
still trying to get up to Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg, yeah.
Gatlinburg.
Tennessee. Yeah.
Pigeon Forge.
Pigeon Forge. Valley Lake.
Now, now Alabama is the one with the studio down there. What is it called? Shores.
Oh yeah, Muscle Shoals area. So
Muscle
you're talking about
Shoals?
Muscle Shoals areas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sun Studios is one of them. That's classic. There's a bunch of stuff done. There's a couple of them.
Yeah. So it's not just Tennessee, everyone. That whole southern area is just
Oh, yeah.
full of
Oh, yeah.
music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
There's quite a lot in the South in general.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah, Louisiana,
Atlanta's
New Orleans.
big for on a lot of urban music and stuff, and I mean, there's like Nashville's known for country, but there's a lot of other stuff too. It just you don't
Yeah.
see it as much. It's not quite on the map the same way, but yeah,
And I know Memphis is known for Elvis, but isn't jazz blues? And I know St. Louis is blues.
yep,
Yeah.
yep. Louisiana, it's the Cajun stuff, and that's I mean other
And
things, of course.
bluegrass,
Yeah,
and there's a lot
yeah.
of
Well, Kentucky,
Yep,
that's
Yeah.
big on bluegrass too.
yeah.
Lark
just
and Poe.
What?
Lark and Poe. Have you heard any of their stuff?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
Larkin, Poe, like Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, really.
That was actually
Yeah.
their great
Two
grandfather or something.
sisters. They started out when
They
they were
are
young
good.
doing bluegrass stuff, and then they became adults and they got interested in blues, and so it's blues rock, kind of heavily blues tinged. And one of the gals plays a lap steel that just screams.
Oh,
It's
wow.
yeah, it's killer. And the other one sings great and plays guitar great, and they're pretty cool to check out.
Okay. And I know you were saying something profound, and I pulled other things. So yes, we have somebody coming on this evening for readings, tomorrow morning for readings, and that's 6 p.m. ish tonight. Angie and Don, most likely. Tomorrow will be Shauna, Naturally Divine Goddess Tarot, and Sonoran Mystic Tarot. I will not be going on Friday because it is 4th of July. We're taking the day off. Susan will be back on Saturday. Bonnie and Jess, hopefully you'll be on Sunday, 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And uh, I don't know about Friday evening if Bonnie's gonna be on. And then on Sunday, Angie and Sherry.
So what time tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning is Thursday morning. It'll be around 10, 11 ish Eastern Daylight Time start. So, but just be prepared. We don't know when they'll show up, but and
Um,
and yes, it's Independence Day on Friday. And hold on a second. She says we will be on Sunday. Okay. And before we go, I want to get this all done. Could you do that one more time about everybody's gifts and what you can do to help others? You were saying that, and I didn't mean to interrupt.
no,
We want to do this.
but everybody does have a gift. Everybody, well, multiple gifts actually. And your gift is like a muscle. If you don't work it, it's flabby. Doesn't mean you don't have it, but you exercise that muscle. It's just like, I used to know a lot of things about the stones. I haven't worked with stones in over a decade. So that muscle is flabby for me. I want to get back into that too. But what is your passion? Some of you already know what your gift is. Work at it because you're just spreading that vibe. Intentionally or unintentionally, you're spreading that vibe because you're working on your gifts. And that's one of the many things that makes you special. So, whatever your passion is, build on that. So,
And thank you all for coming in today. It is a special time. This is Michelle's first live in this way. I don't know if you've performed live other than on a stage before, but we really appreciate you being here. And please share, like, follow all of this stuff. I know Michelle did not link her Facebook page, and believe me, Facebook is acting very strange these days. So please put like and follow her. It's her name. Um,
Michelle Frost.
yeah, just Michelle Frost, but there's so many of them out there. I think I have put her actual link to Facebook on the description. If not,
Under me
I
is
will
a picture of me
And Jeanette.
on
on
a
stage.
stage with is standing in front of a microphone. I have a red plaid shirt on. If you see anything else, that's not me. Just so you know, because people
And you'll
do.
have to start throwing your middle name in there.
Oh, and I like how she said this. Just so challenge ourselves to remember. So
I like that. I like that, Jess.
we need a T-shirt on that.
Yeah, I like that.
But thank you guys again, and you guys hold on. I will be back in just a few minutes. But thank you, and please let everybody know we're doing this. It's not just for us, but it's for other people as well. The more connections and communication we can do, the greater the one will be when we all come together. And this is why I'm doing this, so we can all be one sooner than later.
Yes.
Thank you,
And
guys.
thanks for the invite.
And I'll be right back.